Hello viewers, welcome to this digital platform of AKTU, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. Today, my friends, we will discuss about the topic matching of Indian accounting standard with international accounting standard. This is topic belongs to MBA course code KMBN 103 Financial Accounting and Analysis. In this topic, we will just compare the accounting standards which we discussed earlier lectures in earlier lectures. So, let us start this topic. Friends, we compare the IFRS and Indian accounting system on the basis of governing standards. Here IAS 1 presenting of financial statement in compare to Indian standard accounting, AS 1 belongs to the disclosure of accounting policies and schedule 6 of the Company Act 1956, net profit and loss for the period, prior period items and changes in the accounting system. If we talk about the materiality, IFRS states that the omission of misstatements are material if individually or collectively they could influence the economic decision making of the users taken on the basis of the financial statement, while on the other hand financial statement disclosed in the AS Indian standard should disclose material items, the knowledge of which might influence the decision of the users. Third, competitive information. In IAS 1, deal with the consideration of fair practicing and presentation of the offsetting competitive information, while fair presentation requires compliance with the Company Act 1956 and the regulator requires the application of qualitative characteristics of the accounting standards. This is basically belongs to the competitive information. Now, on the basis of component of financial statement, ISS International Accounting Standard 1 is prescribed minimum content required of the financial statement and contain guidelines on disclosures. The standard does not prescribe any format for the balance sheet or profit and loss account by laying down the minimum line items and need to disclose. The complete set of financial statement would include statement of financial position, that is balance sheet, statement of comprehensive income, statement of changes equity, statement of cash flow, notes to accounts including significant accounting policies, statement of financial position at the beginning of the earlier company. On the other hand, if we talk about the Indian accounting standard, according to Company Act 1956 requires the preparation of balance sheet, profit and loss account and note of the account. Format and disclosure requirements of the balance sheet and profit and loss account is provided by Schedule 6 of Company Act 1956. Now, it is changed to Company Act 2013 also. As per the AS3 label 1, enterprises are required to prepare the cash flow statement. It is mandatory as per the Indian standard. They may use the direct or indirect method for the preparation. SEBI, however, mandate the use of the indirect method of listed companies. On the other hand, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority and requires all insurance companies to follow the direct method. So, my friends, viewers, SEBI having the different guidelines compared to the insurance companies in Indian accounting standards. Now, on the basis of current and non-current classifications, all assets and liabilities are required to classify as current asset and non-current in statement of financial position, except when the preparation are based on liquidity, presentation based on here companies have to follow, if they are following the international accounting standards, they have to mention the current assets and non-current assets in their balance sheet. And I hope you all understand about what is current asset and what is non-current assets. Non-current assets are those which belongs to for longer period of time, more than 1 year generally, like land, building, car, machinery, vehicles, they are non-current assets. On the other hand, if we talk about current assets belong to cash in hand, cash at bank, prepaid expenses, inventories, bill receivables, all are current assets, they all are the part of the current assets. So, current assets are those assets which are changes, which have changed during a particular period of time, generally 1 year, while non-current assets are remain fixed for the longer period of time, and hence in international accounting standards you have to mention separately, while if we talk about the Indian accounting standard, Company Act 1956 and other relevant study prescribes the format of presentation of statement of financial positions. Schedule 6 of the Company Act 1956 has been recently revised and now specify requirement of the current and non-current assets are classified. In standard Indian standard, they also now changes their format, they also make some changes to specify the current asset separately and non-current asset separately in the financial statements as in the international accounting standards. Now, if we talk about the format of statement of financial positions, there is also difference in international accounting standards and Indian accounting standard, which is statement of financial position is presented segregating the current and non-current asset and liabilities, and option of using liquidity based presentation is also allowed, where it provide more relevant and reliable information. Certain minimum line items have been specified in face of balance sheet. So, here statement of financial position, this statement shows the financial position of the company, changes in the financial position of the company, basically it is balance sheet, and here they specified the current assets, non-current assets, current liabilities and non-current liabilities. In previous one we discussed the non-current and current. Now, non-current liabilities are those which are belongs to long term, like borrowings, loans, which company borrow and have to pay in a longer period of time. On the other hand, current liabilities are shorter period of time, like creditors, like outstanding expenses, bills payable are the short term period. So, an option of using liquidity based presentation is also allowed. Liquidity based means what is your liquidity position, what is the liquidity position of the company is also may present in the International Financial Standard format. If we talk about Indian standard, Indian accounting standard, these standards do not provide any format for the statement of the financial information. They do not provide any format. According to Indian financial accounting standard, company no need to segregate current and non-current liability, assets, all this thing. Format of Indian formats in India has been prescribed under the Company Act 1956, Banking Regulation Act, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority, etc. In etc. I use the name of SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. So, in India there are different authorities, different bodies, different regulatory bodies who prescribe their own format to the company belonging to their under their authority, like all insurance companies belong to the IDRA, all banking companies belongs to RBI, companies belongs to Company Act 1956. If we talk about the listed companies, mutual fund companies, financial, they comes under the SEBI. So, SEBI having separate guidelines, they have a separate format of the information which belongs to the companies. Company can disclose their financial things or financial information according to their prescribed format. We also know that there is a separate format of electricity department. Companies UPPCL, if we talk about Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation Limited, they have a separate format of presenting their balance sheet, their profit and loss account, their financial statement. So, in our country, financial position is described according to the format which is followed by their authority, they are the governing body, or you can say the authority who allow them to use this kind of format. On the basis of other comprehensive incomes, component of statement of other comprehensive income have been specified under IFRS, International Financial Regulatory System. These are change in revaluation of surplus, changes in revaluation and surplus, it is add on. If you have a surplus, what is the changes in this past year and present year? Gain and loss rises from translating the financial statement of foreign operations. If you having working in a foreign country and your operation in foreign country, what is the changes you face or loss and gain rises during the operation, and these gain and losses are presented before the investors according to their prescribed format. Gain and losses on cash flow hedges. In cash flow statement, how you prescribe the gain and losses, this is separate and format, or you can say this is different from the Indian accounting standard. Actuarial gains and loss on defined benefits plan. Actuarial gains or losses are defined according to the prescribed format given in the IFRS. For the companies who are adopting this system or presenting their financial statement according to the IFRS. Gain and losses on remeasuring available of sale for sale financial asset. They have this separate provision to prescribe or to disclose the gain or losses generate from the sales of financial assets. Financial assets, you can say like share debentures, they are assets. When we sell them, we can having the gain or loss. So, how we can prescribe or disclose, how we can disclose them, it is given in the IFRS, International Accounting Standards. But if we talk about Indian accounting standard, no such way to defining them, no such way. In Indian accounting system, there is no provision, no format, nothing is given if we having the situation of these which I already discussed, like changes in revaluation of surplus, gain and losses arising from the translating the financial statement of foreign operations, translating the financial statement. In previous class I told you, when we working in various different different countries, we have to compile all the financial statement to find out the consolidated financial statement of company, and for this we have to translate their financial statement prepared in some other country, and while translating according to our need, may possible there is profit more profitable shows, or we can face the gain. If Indian company, Indian MNC operating in some other country, it have to follow their rules, method of accounting system followed by that country, their government. But at last, at the end of the year, when we want to compile all these things in our balance sheet, then it may be possible we face some losses or gain. Then what we can do? How we can rectify, or how we can disclose? What is the format of that? It is given in the International Financial Accounting Standards, but not in the Indian Financial. Profit and loss accounting format, minimum content included is to on the face of profit and loss account have been specified. They may be presented either by the function or by the nature, where presentation of functions is may be made by all expenses grouped into cost of sale, administrative and general expenses, selling and distribution expenses, where presentation of expenses is by wages, material, freight and other expenses directly. In international financial standards, profit and loss account is prepared by grouping the items come under the same nature of product or same nature. If we having the first group is cost of sale, it is having the all the expenses related to the cost of sale. purchase and all these things. Second group is administrative expenses and general expenses. In administrative and general expenses, we include salary, wages, all activities. Advertisement and distribution, this is a separate head. Where presentation is by the expense wage put directly in the prescribed format. But if we talk about Indian accounting standard, it does not prescribe any format. Format by prescribed under the Company Act 1956, Banking Act. The standard requires certain items of income and expenditure is to be disclosed. So, there is a difference. They in international they specified the things that you have to do this kind of format, but in Indian accounting standards the companies have to follow the, I again said, have to follow the guidelines of the authority. Banks have to follow the Banking Regulatory System Act, Companies Act, Insurance Act, because in our country in India there are several statutory bodies which are looking for the different companies and responsible for the better operation of all these companies. SEBI having separate responsibilities, IDRA separate responsibilities, RBI have a separate responsibilities, and company have separate responsibilities. So, they work according to the prescribed manner. On the basis of analysis of expenses in income statement, an analysis of an expenses is presented under the function based or nature of expenses based classified. Its classification is based on the classification. If presentation by function, specific disclosure by nature or required to be included in the notes. We analyze the thing, analysis of the statement is basis of the functions, is basis of the nature of the items, while according to Schedule 6 under Company Act, it is required expense by nature, analysis of expenses by, it is written there, analysis of expenses by nature. So, there is a difference. If presented by function, specific disclosure by nature and required to be included in the notes. Here in first case in international finance you have to give the notes at the bottom of the statements, but it is not necessary in Schedule 6 under the Company Act 1956. On the basis of extraordinary items, IAS 1 prohibits any item to be disclosed as extraordinary. All items are business are considered to be ordinary items. This means there is no chance of any item comes under the extraordinary. As per the IAS International Accounting Standard, all items are the part of the business and you have to maintain them and treat them according to the normal items or normal expenses, ordinary revenue, not extraordinary revenue or extraordinary expenses. While Accounting Standard of India number 5 is especially requires disclosure of certain items as extraordinary items. Extraordinary items have been described as income and expenses. They have certain things which comes under the extraordinary items, like in the cash flow, AS3 belongs to cash flow. also requires separate disclosure of the items, separate disclosure of the extraordinary items while preparing the cash flow item. It is written in the accounting standard, Indian accounting standard, S5 and AS3. AS3 belongs to cash flow. Moving forward, on the basis of statement change in equity, IAS requires statement changes of equity which comprise all transactions with related to the equity holder. It belongs to the change in equity. International accounting standard feel that the equity holders can change or number of equity holder can change, and in addition all these elements are segregated into control and non-controllable interest. It must to show the movement of the share capital, how many shares at the end of the year sold out or purchased, what is the position of these shareholders, because in international market or we know that shares are continue moving, selling and buying in share market. In any exchange, share of particular each and every company listed are for the sale, they are in the air, they are selling and moving, but this kind of activities are not in the Indian standard. Disclose of judgment, IAS disclose the critical judgment made by the management, apply accounting policies. No such disclose is required in accounting standard stated by the critical judgment following by the disclosures. Reclassification, when comparative amount are classified, the nature amount are reason to be reclassification. A disclose is made in financial statement or comparatively amount have been reclassified into comfortable presentation in the current period without adding anything, amount to be reclassified. Disclose for issues, number of share authorized, par value, reconciliations, description of shares, treasury shares, shares descriptions, while such details disclose or issues are not in the Indian standard. There is such a difference, no such a difference. So, friends, we learn about the changes in accounting standard, international accounting standard and Indian accounting standard. Hope you understand this video, enjoy this video. Thank you for watching.